You are live. Hello, everybody. FRG was in the house first, and then Lars jumped in there. Let me get set up over here. I don't know what's going on over here. Let's get rid of that. And in the meantime, let's go back a section here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. Auto salvage outlaws, first responder. Okay, here we go. Did it redirect you guys over there? Hey, all right, all right. Light the fires and kick the tires. So we got Lars, auto salvage, Ron English. Hello, Ron. Hello, Colleen. Hello, Barrows. Kick the hello, light the fires and kick the tires. Hello, Buckaroos. Out shooting a video back in a few. I thought he was going to say out shooting lunch or something like that, but what's up, Mr. Fierro guy? You're making some good progress there, dude. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I wonder the same there, Robert. They're aluminum heads, so I imagine I can get that valve guide all ground out of there, weld it back up, and put a new guide in there. I would imagine. Um, I- I'll find out. I'd hate to get rid of those heads, but there are lots of big bucks. Those ones are. I mean, they have other ones that are cheaper, but Mofo Driver. Hello, Mofo Driver. Dean is in the house. Hello, Dean. Twisted Mopar Garage. He's been climbing up a little bit, a little bit. Fuel pump stopped working. You didn't get your dad mad, did you? Maybe you pulled the fuse. Just kidding. What's he say here? Alumni Nuttier. Hey, there's PSO Racing. I just watched this video. Did anybody see his video about making a crank turner? Man, that's pretty cool. And that would definitely help you out with a stuck engine. Wow. Why didn't I think of that? Get all that leverage. My dad used to say that all the time. Marky, use the leverage. Use your leverage. Hello, Deborah. Yeah, you know what, Deborah? With this crowd, you're going to be in the kitchen for a while. We're all hungry. Just kidding. Hey, the number's showing up here today. All right, cool. Everyone hit the like button. Thank you, Auto Salvage. Robert hit it. He's throwing paint now. Are you throwing it or are you spraying it? Junkyard D, me beat. Clearance and persuasion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sounds like he's doing some stuff out there. He's throwing paint on a 4.3 for the Corvair today. Cool, man. I guess we'll be getting to see that pretty soon. It's definitely windy. I got lucky all the storms went just north of me, just south, praying for all those that wasn't as fortunate. Yes, I pray for him too. God bless him. And God bless you too. Um, that's some scary stuff. Hello again there, Mr. Mohawk. Mr. Mohawk's climbing up there too. They had 50-mile-an-hour gusts here today in Oklahoma. Yeah, they said we were supposed to get like 50, 54-mile-an-hour gusts here at the peak, and then go up and come back down. So I made sure everything in the yard wasn't. Well, I can't say everything, but I made sure most of the stuff that was out there won't blow around. There's Terry Grover. Hello, Terry Grover. What's up? What's up, good people? 6% made it in the house. And Robert says in Oklahoma, 20-mile-an-hour winds are calm. Calm Oklahoma day. Yeah, I hate the wind. I mean, even in the summertime, I don't like the wind, and especially in the wintertime. So, but you got to deal with it. With the bad comes the good. Hi, Terry. Junkyard D, 6%. All right, everybody's saying hi to each other. 6 minutes in. 19 people hanging out. I'm all set up here. I don't know what's going on down here. Sorry, I keep looking down, but yeah. No, there we go. This is weird. We usually don't have it that way. It has the whole screen. It has the whole screen, full screen on my YouTube. Because I watch my video. Well, I have my video going down here, and oh, let's see if I can straighten this out. Well, I guess I can't. So, all right, what's Barrows here had to say? Usually we're into the 50s this time of year, but this year's been brutal. It was snowing again as I walked in from the shop. Oh my! What's that? I threw all the plastic chairs in the pool yesterday, so they wouldn't blow away. Now I have to do a polar plunge to get them. That's a pretty good idea. They ain't gonna blow out of the water. Hey, there's Ed's machine. Hello, Ed's machine. And oh, LA Auto Works. There's LA. Hello, LA. Pink hand waving. Everybody's saying hi to Ed. Ed saying hi to Mohawk. Let's see. Did I miss any? Oh, Twisted Mopar said he had had snowflakes flying around. Wind was bad earlier, but it isn't as bad as now. Well, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Hope everyone's safe down there. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, LNA, I worked today. When I came home, I took a nap. Then I just did a premiere. Now I'm doing a live. So we're going to do some channel reviews. I believe LNA AutoWorks is up. I have to look. I believe he's up last today. Another thing that's happening to me is the channel. New Guy's guitar was last week's review, and now he's already up into this week's. But I put him off to the side and just did the guys that were up above him. And then now somebody else moved up again too into the next section. We'll keep her straightened out. Try to get everybody a chance. So he said the Fiero was running good and drove earlier, but the fuel pump isn't working now. No idea what's going on at the moment. Hey, 162, how you doing? He's cursing his welder right now. You want us to help you? Because I've been known to curse at things. But I won't do it on the live, though. I need to call Shopcat and Wild Rose, tell them enough is enough. These Alberta blasts are getting old down here. There's LNA AutoWorks link Twisted Mopar says it's supposed to be 75 tomorrow. Crazy, crazy spring. I had 72 today, and it is 60 now, I think, or 50. I have 60 degrees out there now, so it dropped like 12 degrees since I got home. I got home around 2:30 Eastern time. Say some good work. So God bless you there, 162 Customizing. Hope everything works out well for you. I'm sure it will. It usually does. And then after you go through all that, you say, why did I act like that? I mean, for me, that's what happens. Just if you saw it a little short, I broke the bolt off the thermostat housing. I was like, oh, man, I think I was in a state of depression for about a day and a half, for about the rest of that day, rather, because the next day I fixed it. I welded four or five nuts on there, and I melted it in there. It wouldn't budge. Just kept taking pieces of the bolt right off until it went down pretty close. I drilled it out, tapped it, put a stud in there, and she's fine. There's Dust Devil Garage. Hello, Brian. Glad to see you make it. And Twisted Mopar says, get race car out tomorrow, get all cleaned up, be ready for the season. Still hoping to get new squirrel motor sometime this year. Squirrel. That's a joke. 162 likes that. Still in the 30s here. Had to scrape the frozen crop circles off the driveway today. I never heard of it that way, frozen crop circles. Oh, did Cousin Mike sneak in here? I missed him. There he is. Howdy, Cousin Mike. All right, where are we at? Rob's Rods and Streetcars. LNA said he had we've been at a birthday party all day. I was like, honey, I give you 3 hours today. It's beer 30, and I got a burnout contest to watch, and bonus scene, you pop up on my notifications. But cool. That means you're notified. I seen RC Industries in here too. Hello from Southern Indiana. Hello, RC. I hope you made it through all right with all them storms. One eyed cat got you with that squirrel, Buck. Yeah, he did. How about this? This Cousin Mike's pretty witty. You gotta watch him. Put his link up there out of salvage, but I'm sneakier than a silent fart. There's Test the Speed Shop. His link. LNA wants to know if 6% got his Chambler done yet. Hey, there's Clay from my next project. How you doing, Clay? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I blinded you. Yeah, Dean is a gold prospector. He's a secret agent too. I had crop circles in the front yard last year. My idiot light popped on in the Explorer, so I had to comply with the industry standard donut time. RC says storms went all around us. Well, I just had one come through here. I thought, oh boy, I'm going to lose power because of the wind and the thunderstorms, but we made it through. Video was getting kind of fuzzy there while I was watching it. There's Road Beer Garage. All right. About 14 minutes in now, so let's add to stream. We'll get this party started now. Smoke Ranch Garage, the link is here. Dean says he's a very bad secret agent. He's only a 003.5. Hey, Clay. All right. Hey, we did it. This one here. We're at John Wilburn's channel, as I always start out. Look at this one-eyed cat climbing up the hill pretty quick there. Only 24 away. 6% says I'm targeting the Chambler to be on the road and testing by the end of June. I like that. I like that, Barrows, the idiot light. LNA's eager to see it there, 6%. All right. So, on John's channel, this is his home channel, right? 176. And those orange numbers that you always see on John's channel or on his lives or something are the days that are left to the No Name Nationals. You all know that. But I thought I'd repeat it. And on his live stream here, he has no name 500 content creator workshops. And there's a whole lot of information in those lives. I suggest if you want to grow your channel or improve your channel, go and watch some of them. And go check them out. And make sure when he's going to do, I think he's going to do one of these No Name 500s every month. So make sure you keep an eye on his channel. We'll go back to home. And then here you have, this is all the 500 contenders. And you can also go in here and look at the alumni from everybody that made it through so far. This year, so far, we have Blue Collar Performance, Hot Rod Garage, My Next Project, Bad Attitude C10, 6% made it through, and Tony's Hot Rod just made it through. So that's the alumni for this year that made their 500. Don is next one up on the block to get his 500. Nick the Van Man's climbing up pretty quick. And so is Smoke Wrench. Chucky's. LNA's been cruising along. I just looked the other day. I think LNA started with 90 subs. He's at the 219 mark now. Hello, Execute S. Did someone have a secret idiot light on? Dean Steve is a secret agent? Shh. Oh, that's Dean. Landon's been crazy making videos on his Geo tracker. There's Lukey Bees. He's been putting some videos out. Pretty cool stuff. There's BNR Racing. Hello, BNR. There's Jay at Indirect Connection. Hello, Jay. Jason, rather. All right. So there's all the contenders. Milkyard D's up to 57. Scarlett's 91. Twisted Mopar hit 95. Joe Royal. So we're going to start off, since we had 38 POS last week. See, he jumped up into the crowd here. And New Guy's Garage jumped up in. So today we look at Mr. Polo, Dakota, Fiero Guy, Mohawk, Lukey B, and then at the time, LA Auto Works was below Back Motor Funny Car. So that's who I have up on the block here today. Mr. Polo, Dakota, the Fiero Guy, Mohawk, Lukey B, and LA. So let's take a look. Hey, tonight is our 2-year anniversary live. Hope we aren't too late for you to stop by, Buck. I'm going to give it a shot there, Dust Devil. What time is it? I know you go on right after Barrows. I always wanted to jump in on your live too, and I just never did. It's usually later on a Saturday. Or he used to do Fridays, rather. And I always worked Saturday morning. So, There's where we're at. First up, Mr. Polo C4. Now I'd like to play some of his videos, the short ones, because he only has one long video here replacing the brake booster and master cylinder on his vet. There's Jay. Hello, Jay. 8:45 Central, so that's 9:45 me. Okay, I should be up. Wow, 2 years. Congratulations, Dust Devil. Yes, congratulations. Hey, Tony. Watching while editing. For me, that's tough to do. I can't. Sometimes I can't do both. So anyway, Mr. Polo, that was a real decent channel description. And get to know him a little bit. Fierro guy's his little brother, and his dad is Punisher Le Mans Garage. He has a truck with 330,000 miles. I'm no mechanic. If you have any tips or tricks to make life easier, I'm gladly take them. I'm always open to learn something new. I like that little paragraph he got there. So that's Mr. Polo's C4. Got 142 subscribers, 55 videos. And most of his videos are, well, he did some cold starts and stuff on his vet and gaming, and then he put the master cylinder in. But he's got a whole bunch of shorts and pretty cool cars too. I didn't want to get hit with copyright with the music, so I'll just go in here and I guess I could show them on here because they won't. I don't think they'll play on your end, right? I'll just keep it. He was at a Volkswagen show. 90 vet. What's Barrow say here? Sorry my live ran so long last week, Brian, as I was shutting down. Ollie's came in and an old friend. We ended up talking until the wee hours of the morning. Yeah, I think I saw that the next day. It was like 5 or 6 hours, Barrows. Good job. Hey, POS, check this out. We got a clean Corvair here. Is that what you're planning on doing? Only with a V6. All right, that's Mr. Polo, C4. He's a fan of the C4 Corvette, as you can tell, and his the vet he does have is the Polo Green. That's where he got his name from. He's what is he? 300. Yeah, 358. 358 subscribers from joining the contest or participating in the No Name Nationals 2023. Let's be honest, we need ring and pinion gear sets and bearing kits. Get them now for only storage engineering is left, made in the USA. Limited applications. Well, thanks for the tip there, BNR. Got shortages coming, wars, material shortages, all. There's Junkyard D's link. I want to get Mr. Polo's link. Copy. You're too quick there, Auto Salvage. But thank you. There's Mr. Polo's link. I was just going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. Boom. There's a double whammy. Where'd it go? Oh, I didn't repaste it. Oh, here, I paid. There, I'll post it. There we go. There's Mr. Polo C4 link. Go check his channel out. Got a bunch of cool cars on there. A little bit of gaming. Next up is Dakota's Timeout. So before I get too carried away here, we'll put his link up. Paste. Of all the name changes, that just fits. Indirect connection is perfect. Man, totally perfect name. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You got it, Buck. Yeah, I know you got it. So here's Dakota's Timeout. Got that 74 Pontiac. I believe it's 74. He has no channel description, so we don't know much about him. He got 149 subscribers. He needs 351 more. Here's his home page. Some erasing order arrival. He just put a 850 double pumper on his. Oh, you know what? We could do that. Let's remove this. All right. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Now we can. There we go. Let's try this. I know the other week I was trying to put the sound out. We didn't have no sound. So I know we put headers on. We were trying to listen to. You guys hear that? Is that Alva in the house? Here's Alva. Alva hit 500 subscribers. Can you guys hear that in the audio?
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good, y'all. I appreciate it. And next video, I'll be putting this guy right here on. So I think she'll be running a whole lot better. And I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all like, share the whole 9 yards, or don't, you know. But y'all have a good one.
Look at Alva got me. It was April Fool's. That's a nice lope there. Dakota. Couldn't think of his name there for a second. All right, so there he is there. He just put this 850 Holly on too.
All right.
So he goes.
So, you know, we've probably, but like I explained, they had this stuff backwards. So they had the secondaries acting like the primaries, and the primaries acting like the secondaries. That's why the jets were so dang wonky.
So he goes through what he did and
make them a hair longer than the. Super cool idea.
Yeah, super cool idea. All right. So that's Dakota's Timeout. He got 149 subscribers, 23 videos. He's been working on his 455 Trans Am. And he also has a Pinto Hair Camaro, some wheels he did, small block Ford Mystery engine. He got a bunch of cool stuff over there. So go check out Dakota's Timeout. He also has a couple of shorts here too. Let's see. This one has music in it, I know it. Let's see if this one does. Oh, I have it shut off.
An order comes in. I think his stuff right here will get me fixed up on my transmission leak. We'll add a little fluid and keep it a little cooler. Maybe They live longer too.
All right. The Carbonara carb creator. I don't know. It sounds good. Couple of yucks. I thought it was pretty good, Alvy. You got me. I just didn't see you for a while. All right. Dakota's timeout. Hey, there's John Wilburn. Hello, John. John says hello to everyone. Were they racing today? I didn't get to see the video or the live. Here's Nuke Guy's guitar link. Those guys are having a live on New Guy's Garage channel. I think it would be 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll try to dig up their link later. That way, if you want to go check them guys out, they're comical and he plays music and stuff. It's really cool. I had a good time on his live. But then we're going to see Barrows. Barrows, what time is your live? 8:30 or 8 or it would be 6:30 or 6 o'clock? I forget anymore. Oh, I lost the page. Present. Next up, share screen. Be the Fierro guy. He was just in here. I imagine he's still here. Oh, there's Dakota's link. I forgot to hit the button. And then here is that Fierro's guy's link. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Oh, okay. I'll do that, John. That was pretty funny. Let me go find it. Well, anyway, people, John Wilburn sends me an email with the channels listed and their subscribers and stuff, and then he usually puts a little note up on top and lets me know what's happening here and there. And he got me this morning. I didn't realize it was April Fool's, but he got me. So I'm going to read it to you. He said the NoNameNational 500 leaderboard. Lots of unexpected things have happened since the last update. Back Motor Funny Car team has surged to nearly 500 out of nowhere. The one-eyed cat is threatening to withdraw from the event, protesting Tony's Hot Rod Garage passing him to 500 via help from Landon. Dizzy Izzy hits 1,000 subs after getting a haircut and trading in the Angry Vagrant for an LS-powered Firebird. I had a feeling things were starting to go awry there. Road Beer Garage has sworn off alcohol for anything but fuel. New Guy's Guitar and Joe Royal Garage have joined forces and registered a new channel named Royal Guitar, and they are doing lives at Mr. Will and DRC Racing now. And Barrow's Garage has missed his last few live streams because his clock is always at 11:44. And Uncle Tony's Garage has built an Oldsmobile G body for a 2810-5 with a few new parts on it. And if you believed any of that nonsense, perhaps you'll believe Rich 220 got his 283 running too. April Fools, guys. Oh, yeah. That's right, Colleen. He's a pretty witty character. I enjoyed that, John. That was funny. I was starting to believe it in the beginning, and then as I went through, I was thinking, I think he's just messing with me. And then I never realized it was April Fool's. Landon said he's probably helped the one-eyed cat with 200 subs. John's got a mini a joke. Yes, he does. There's Fiero's place. Oh, Fiero's place. Okay. That's Fiero's place. But this is the Fiero guy. All right. I don't know. John Wilmer, that's right. John Cope has a silver apply piston in the background in his videos. It looks like it holds 18 springs instead of normal 15. Any info on it? Hey, there's Skip. Hello, Skip. Skip, how goes it, man? All right. So, I believe we can, let's go take a look at his about page. Son of the one and only Punisher Le Mans Garage, here to learn, teach, entertain, and a ride for both me and the viewers at home with my 3.8 supercharged swaps 87 Fiero GT. Cool. You can add a whole lot more in there if you wanted to. You know how you got the Fiero and why you bought it and a couple of things you did so far. Oh. Yeah, old Michael Blacktree, he forgot it was April Fool's Day too. Yeah, got me. Something garage. He was doing some welding. No, not something. That was the other guy. This guy was doing some Mustang stuff. You're missing the T. There's that Fiero guy link. Where'd it go? There it is. Boom. It's a regular NoNameNational update sent Dallas every other day. I copy Buckeye because of his channel reviews. This particular one was funny enough to share. Yes, it is. Yeah, he was only joking, people. Oh, he's got a good welder, but I am missing the T. I can't believe they make fun of you over that. There's Skip's link. Go check Skip's file. He got a 66 Le Mans sweet car. Sweet. All right, where are we at? We're at that Fiero guy. I didn't get to watch this video. This. Let me see if I can get past the music. I think there's.
I'm sure that if everybody watches your videos, they see 90% of the time who's the one underneath the car doing the work.
I also want to point out that I am fully capable of working on cars.
He's full.
I just don't know how to do a lot of things. Project car wise. Practical stuff, you know, like changing starters, and all that fun stuff is easy. You know, I can do that stuff. I just haven't
Over here,
project car
Jason.
before.
Hello, Smoke Ranch. Sup, something. All right, you can go watch him change his. Let's see what he's doing here. Change his headlights, the headlight motors, and in there he actually shows. They take it apart and show you what was wrong.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to get this off of here safely, or if there's like a proper way you're supposed to do any of this. So
Put some gloves on.
I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm trying to replace this, and yeah, so I'm trying to get this broken one out of place, and we're just gonna figure it out.
Fast forward past that. It looks like he got it.
See what happens when I have no supervision. I do things people are going to call me stupid for. But you know what?
Oh yeah,
It works. So I don't see why it's a big deal.
well, you know, FRG. I never wore safety glasses or earplugs or anything for many, many years. I thought I was a tough guy, and now you see me in my on my videos. I always have gloves on and um, safety. Well, all my not these glasses, but the ones I wear are safety glasses. I should have boots on too, but I don't. So that's the Fiero guy. He's got this 87. He got some shorts out there too. What color should I paint it? Let's see. Is there any music in there?
Fiero got a wash today. It's getting dusty again. Needs a paint job though. Not sure what color I want to paint it. I'm thinking maybe midnight blue or some shade of blue. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Hey, go check.
Fiero got a wash today.
You can leave it in the description. Here's the frizz. He was driving. It sounds pretty good. There he goes. From a trailer, from bringing it home on the trailer to driving it away. There it is there. That's when he first got it. That's pretty cool, man. There's Chris. What do you say? Black window. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool car. Pretty decent for a young guy, you know? So go check out that Fiero guy. He needs 344 subscribers. And you can see his dad's Punisher Le Mans right there. I believe both of them were at the NoNameNationals last year. We're hoping that Hunter joins in Sand Mountain Ballistics, because Sand Mountain Ballistics and Dakotas are brothers. And then we got the Fiero guy and Mr. Polo C4. Those two are brothers. Maybe we can have a brothers race. I think that would be so cool. Fiero's cool. I drove one around with a hopped up 2.8 200 shot of nitrous. No one touched me off the line. That Fiero guy, great approach to that, man. That one would be good. Question in the title. Take the watch me learn this vibe and engage the chat with what comes from it. You just might do it, man. There you go, Fiero guy. Got a little advice there. Here's a sign up link for NoNameNationals, the Square site. You want to sign up? Ron had an 88 GT, fun Fiero. I always thought they were neat because all the panels are fiberglass. You can they're just clipped on. All right, that one there is the Fiero guy. Who's up next? Let's get this guy up on the screen. And it's Mohawk 62. Hey, congratulations there, Skip Dark Hollow. Got his pass to the NoNameNationals this morning. Cool. There's John Wilburn's channel link. B&R just a sub to Skip. I bet you JB's S10 could Fiero. Yes, get past the buck first. Congrats, Skip. Yes, I'm glad to see that, Skip. I want to see that car up close. That's if you bring it. I hope you bring it. On the cell phone stuff. That's all right. Congrats, Skip. Yeah, that's one of the good neat things about it, Skip, is when you come in here and you see all these guys' channels and stuff, and you watch them and stuff. And then you go to NoNameNationals, and there they are, and yeah, and you get to shake their hand and say hi, and go actually put your hand on the car. Most of these guys, you can touch their car. I'll probably say all of them. Congrats, Skip. Auto Salvage says, welcome to NoNameNational community. It's a great community. Everybody's so helpful with each other and always looking to help out. So Mohawk says, welcome to my channel. Come follow me on my journey and get to NoNameNationals 2023. I'll be showing you some interesting things about me and the things I've done or planning on doing. Reading any number of things. Let's do this. Well, Mohawk, you could have your year, make, and model of your car in there. And, you know, I noticed you do a lot of body work and stuff too. And I remember on the live or something, you said you mix paints and stuff. That would be a whole lot of interesting things for your channel description. You know, just something to, I always look at a channel description as a, like a resume or a job interview. You know, they want to know what, when, why, you know, all that stuff. But that's entirely up to you. It's your channel. But that's the only thing I see there. Something says, I can't wait to meet everyone. You might want to get a tetanus shot if you want to touch my car. I think there's a whole lot worse cars than that. I shouldn't say worse, but in lesser shape. I'll put it nicely, in lesser shape than yours, something. But I'll be careful. Yeah, it's just something we could talk about when we, because you know, I can't say, I don't even know how many people read the description, but I do. When I get a new channel or something, I usually go right to the description. You know, I usually can tell a lot about the channel. And Chill Cat, hello, Constitutional Corner. Good to see you. Oh, okay. So he did a video of the travel and camp in the pits vehicle I'm bringing. Okay, cool. I'll have to go check it out there, Skip. I'm going to bring a scratch and sniff car, apple scent. Yeah, there won't be a bad car there. Nope, not at all. It's a whole lot of fun. Because a lot of the stuff we saw last year was put together on their channel, and then they brought it. And the same thing is happening now. I mean, Big Block 402 just got that 402 engine running for Candy Cane. He got a couple other things going. Hi, friends. Yeah, Hot Wheels addiction. There's a whole lot of people out there that search for Hot Wheels. You know, because another thing is in your channel description, YouTube also uses that for looking for information in their search engine. You know, so if somebody's looking for a 73 Scamp and you have it in there, and it's not in any of your videos, but it's still in there, it could still come up for a recommendation. Okay. Yes, and the YouTube machine looks at your description when it's looking for videos to suggest to people. Not the first place it looks, but it does look. Silver Gilgore says, sorry, everyone, I got to go. Nice stopping by. Keep up the good work, everybody, and let's get everyone up to 500 subs by November. No, we need it by September. Well, thanks, Silver. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we're back to home. Mohawk has 68 videos with 178 subscribers. I think I saw him yesterday at 173. He did a little rant with his horn button. Let's see if we can watch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hey, I just wanted to mention JB's Little Shop. Awesome guy. He does a Wednesday rant. And some of them are pretty darn interesting. Well, actually, all of them have been. But I want to take a little rant of my own here. And this is what I'm talking about. A while back, I bought this aftermarket steering wheel here and took the time to, excuse me, get in here. Follow,
That's a pretty neat looking
put
steering.
everything on here like you're supposed to. And then
I'm gonna make you go back and watch it. This one was pretty cool too. He was
nice way to start. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Todd, and I'm working on my Scamp, a 71 Scamp.
odd. I can't
And
remember his name all the time.
I just thought I'd give you a quick update here. The weather finally gave me a chance to get out here in the garage and these little pits. And yeah, there's some deep ones.
You can see he's got.
There's a deep one there, another one there. Yeah, you can see them now. But so I'm doing a.
He's doing go back and watch it. There's the cure for rust pox.
Hey, welcome back. Getting the rust pox filled in, sanded down, getting ready to put some primer on this thing. Looking good. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching.
Oh, that was his roof. This one was pretty cool.
Ooh, new tires on my truck. Oh, yeah, looking good.
That'll make you happy. Mohawk skimming it. He does a lot of car show stuff, and here's a lost video found from No Name Nationals. You can go back and watch some of the drag racing that went on, and he's always heading to the car cruises and cars and coffee. He got stranded. He explains why. There's a rare Copo Camaro he did a little video on. A little trip at the Scamp, made it clip champ. There's RC and who is that? RC and is that that's Outfits, I think. Cool. No Name Nationals. He was there last year. He didn't have a car. Didn't have many subscribers at all, and this year he wanted to join in the fun and get in the race to 500. So he needs 322 subscribers to get in participation at the race. And I'm sure he'll be there anyway, whether he makes it or not. But I think he's going to make it. Just keep hammering the content there, Mohawk. So who did we miss here? I saw Cheryl. Mohawk's link is right here. BNR says new tires are good. He just did tires on a bus. I'm hoping to bring 3 cars. It all depends if I can get anyone to come with me. So you must be close by there, something. I'm going to bring my car to your house with new tires and hear you say, I got new tires. Well, I don't know about you, but new tires make me happy. Gotta love new tires. I worked at a tire shop, so I used to smell them too, because the smell of new tires is pretty cool too. Now, John I don't know. I don't think he likes new tires. Maybe he likes them. He just don't get them. Snip of advice: if it's over a minute, try to film it horizontally. You'll pull more off of it because it's ad friendly and easier to watch on the big screen. And what he's talking about is, the shorts need to be filmed this way. The others need to go this way. And then you'll get a full screen instead of having the bars on each side. You might already know that, but he's just trying to help you out. So something's about 4 hours away. That ain't too bad. I'm like 14. But I go to Tennessee. I'll visit my best friend there, and then I'll cruise over. I think it's like 6 hours. I think 6 hours. Something like that. All right, go check out Mohawk 62. You need support. Now, next up, Share. Loki B. He's got the Racer Rep program going with competition products and Howard's cans. He's the guy you're going to talk to if you call up there. And but he's been doing some videos now. He's 303 subscribers away from 500. He's been climbing pretty good. Constitutional Corner, you got a link for your channel? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, well. Maybe, here's Lukey B's link. I never paid attention. Okay. Okay, thanks for the tip, Barrows. Never paid attention to that. Yeah, sometimes it's always good to have another set of eyes, or I'll be listening while I eat my supper. But it's always good to try some advice if somebody tells you. I don't believe anybody in here or around the NoNameNational community is going to give you any wrong advice or wrong things to do with your channel. You can always research it first before you do it. All right, 42 videos. He just started out this year too. Here's all his videos. He did a cam and crank sensor replacement. I just watched this one. And he just shows
the bolt is right there. That's the first one. That one's pretty easy to get to. Most videos on the internet will tell you that you have to take all of this intake box off and the throttle body to get to the second one that's down there.
great, isn't it?
Tell you a secret. Big open area. I'm touching the other cam sensor and the bolt right now. You can take the bolt out of the cam sensor with a 1/4 inch socket and a 10mm wrench. Pull it up to about here. Unclip the sensor. Clip it back in before you put it back in. Feed it down there and put it back in. I don't know if I'll be able to see any.
And then Ford Expedition wheel bearing.
You can hear that. That's no bueno.
199. Yeah, cool. He does an introduction video here too. Right here, Lukey B does YouTube.
Wells. I've owned this truck for a long time. It's been a northern truck its whole life. So there's a lot of stuff on it. It's not that great. But you know what? It's mine. It's what I have. And it's what's going to go fast. And for hot rodders, that's really, I mean, we drive what we have. We make fast what we have. And that's where the progression in this whole world we live in comes. So that's going to be what you guys see is what we're pushing the limits.
Oh, looks like Barrows is his 200th. Cool. And 38 Special says, I give bad advice. It's because I don't know any better. No, I wouldn't think so there, 38. You have some good stuff going on over his channel, too. Go check out 38 Special. 38 POS. Where'd he go? I'm really not digging this. There we go. Go to channel. Boom. Copy. Paste. All right. 38. There's 38 POS link. So he was sad that he didn't make it the sick week. He's a newbie here with the air conditioning, turbo small block Ford air conditioning. So that's what he's doing with here. He's putting a small block Ford in here and turboing it. Is that how you make it? Lukey B's MIG welding. It's turbo time. Let's see. This was pretty cool. Oh man. Excuse yourself.
But it's in there. So now I'll start working on the downpipe. I messed with it a little bit just because I wanted to make sure where I was putting the turbo that there would actually be room to swing it all down in there. So
AKA 351 Windsor.
yeah, way more typing. Typing. Wow, way more piping than rendition 1 of this setup. But
all right, go check him out. That's Lukey B. He's the guy responsible for getting us him and John and Dallas and getting us discounts at the competition products, Howard's cams, from 5 to 25% off. You got to check it out. See you later, Ed. Take care. Great seeing you, Ed. Bye, Ed. All right. That's Lukey B. I don't think we looked at his about page. Your friendly neighborhood Howard's Cam tech guy. I'm halfway good at a whole lot of nothing. You can email him at LukeyB or LukeB at howardscams.com. Another thing I'd say is it'd be nice to have your Ford truck in there and what you're doing to it, and other things you like to do besides talk on the phone about camshafts. That's the only other thing I see here. Because I think some of his videos are titled pretty good. Infinity Cam and Crank, Ford Expedition wheel bearing, 2008 Ford Expedition. It has year, make, and model there. Year, make, and model. Year, make, and model. Cool. All right. 301 he needs now. Maybe we should still 301. Okay. See you, Ed. Arrows, did you see your call out video? Hey, did everybody see Auto Salvage's? He's got the Wonder Woman car now, and that's what he's putting together for NoNameNationals. All right, up next is, let me hit the present button here. Microsoft Edge, boom. Share. We got L&A AutoWorks. It's the last one on the list. You got 219 subscribers, 152 videos. Oh, look at that. I can just hit that arrow. I'll go right there. How about that? Learn something new every day. Sure did, ASL. Looks like you want to see what this Thunder Kiss 65 Dodge fart will do. Yes, she did have an invisible plane, but now ASO found her invisible car. I'll have a list of upgrade parts for my 66 to bring next year. Cool. Hey, I know that guy. Look in the mirror. So anyway, epic family-friendly car content for your awesome people. You're here, you might as well subscribe and be part of the roller coaster we call life. Same thing, you could put your year, make, and models of cars in here. I noticed you do body work. It looks like you work with looks like you work with Bondo Billy, or know him anyway. But that guy's a character too. But you can put some more information in here, how long you've been doing body work and stuff like that, and what you like. Do you like to paint, or do you like to sling some Bondo? You know, and what cars you got. So you got a Mustang there. You're making model of the cars, and because YouTube also looks in your description for search items. Matter of fact, I got to change my description. So yes, LNA keeps making steady progress. He won't be thrashing to make it in August. That's correct. He's been climbing. Well, they all have been. It seems. Yeah, Scarlet is at 92. Where's Scarlet's? Yeah, got one. Let me see if I can put Scarlet's link up here. Sorry for the dead air paste. But I can't type and talk at the same time. Here we go. There's Scarlet's link. Go check Scarlet out. Hey, there's the old man. Hello, Mark. How we doing tonight, Mark? LNA, where you can phrase to forward above. Yes, phrase to forward above. Something, 220 now. Oh, yeah, boom. Cool. And then the other week, I was trying to, I lost sound. I lost audio. So let me see if I can go back and find it. I think it's so cool. Yeah, right here. The little guy's having fun messing with Dad. Here, let me go up here a little bit. I gotta check that out. It was MIG welding 67 Chevelle with the holes for the molding. Bumper removal on a 15 to 2003 F-150. Got a Duramax with a bedside replacement. Need to work on that editing there, Buck. Which one you talking about? There you go, LNA. You leave a lot of subs on the table without them. Videos are the secret, brother. You got this, man. Yeah, I believe he does too. All right. They got your make and model here in the descriptions. 67 Chevelle. Well, it should be, I think it's Chevy Chevelle. It's like Honda Civic frame pull. Lunchtime freestyle. Pranking Dad, that was cool. Chattanooga car culture at its finest. Leaves and cars. Those look pretty good. Yes, they do, John. LNA will get this. Yeah, I believe so too. And he's working. He's working at it. Now, all this stuff isn't going to be handed to you. You need to get out and do it. And his shorts are pretty decent. He was Cletus and Cars with Burnout. You're joking, right? I don't know where I missed. I think I missed that one.
When you're just trying to work, and then your coworkers get in a radio war. I guess Ken won. When you're just trying to work, and then your coworkers get in a radio war.
Now, where's that one? Hang on, let's see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. He's got a whole bunch of them now. Ford Raptor.
I'll blow up into smithereens.
Oh, okay. The dead air in your lives. I can edit them out. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Headed to the wrecking yard to start pulling the trans. Showed him the trailer hitch. The trailer hitch. Oh, okay. Yes. That was just that Silverado was totaled. Yeah, here it is.
So let's talk about the great debate here. Chevy or Ford? A lot of people think Fords are much tougher. Chevys are much tougher. But you're both wrong. Because every single one of you pretty much got a hitch on the back of it. And let me show you what a hitch does to a frame. Ooh. See the buckle right there. Twist it all the way around. So for those of you that think them big old off-road bumpers are
Oh, was there more? It's shocking. Yeah, well, well, that's the front of that Ford there. But yes, I've seen the hitch cause more damage than help. Um, so Scarlett says there is no debate. Ram. And Scarlett wants to know if JB found something wrong that the rebuild kit won't fix. Oh, I don't think he pulled it out yet. He's heading to pull it out. Okay, I'm able to type now. What happened there, Mohawk? Did you forget how to type? All right, we're just about an hour in here. Make sure you go check out LA Auto Works. He needs 79 subscribers, 279, and 152 videos. He's been hitting it hard. He's been working at it. He got a whole lot of neat stuff. F-250 versus concrete. Believe it or not, I like to see wrecked stuff, but and then when they're done, it looks pretty good too. That'd be another thing for you, LNA. You know, they show the wrecked one and then show it when it's done. Let's see the transformation. Okay. The frame horn is music free. The hitch preloads the frame. Scarlett, not yet, just getting started on it. LA says ram if the transmission doesn't explode. Yeah, hey, JB, don't clean it with diesel fuel. It'll disappear. Oh, lots of subscribers. Did somebody put Constitutional Corners link up? He ain't got no videos or anything. I'll put it up anyway. Sub Delane. I think she liked your little son video there. That was cool. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to paste. I screwed up. Somewhere I messed up. Copy. Let's try it again here. Won't let me. All right. So we'll just let that ride. Where are we at? Nope, dang sure. Not using 80 grit paper. What's indirect connection here? I never had a trans go out of a RAM. Only a GM 4L60 has left the chat for me. I don't need any subs, haha. Thanks, though. Yeah, it won't let me. Hey, there's Bubba Ayers. Hello, Bubba Ayers. Bubba Ayers says, hey, Buck and everyone. I'm just trying to, and there's Leighton Welding. What the buck? I always like that. Every time I see you Leighton Welding, I expect that. I ordered subs at work today, and one guy put on my sub, "What the buck?" I thought it was cool. Bubba, good to see you, man. ASO, Bear Rose. Everybody saying hello to Bubba. All right. So go check out LA Auto Works. A lot of bodywork stuff, a lot of funny stuff, a lot of informational stuff. Got good things going on over there. And with that, we'll end the live review. If you get a Ram, avoid the air ride. I'll have to remember that. I don't think I'll be getting a Ram soon. Oh, he has that phrase copyrighted. 99 cents a use. There's the NoNameNational's site to go sign up. All right. We're going to put the invite out in case anybody wants to jump in and say hi. Let's see here. Boom. And pin the message. All right. I have the link up top. Oh, you're welcome, LA Auto Works. I mean, I'm no professional channel builder, but I just point out some of the things I see, some of the things that help my channel. That's all I can. That's all the advice I can give you is what helped people. Everything I've done, other people have told me. So I'm just passing it on. Click this to see. Keep the metal hot with Leighton. Oh, okay. There's Leighton's link. Thank you, Barrows. Bro, Leighton Welding. Oh, I got to get back to this Gran Torino. Did we ever get something's link up there? I'm sure we did. Yes, thanks, Buck, Barrows, and everyone for the help and the tips. Oh, you're welcome. There's a little something for you. Paste. There's something's link. Yeah, I guess, well, it's good to see you too, Bubba. But I guess you've been busy keeping Lester awake. Lester. That's funny stuff. There's Backwoods Custom Crap. Good evening or afternoon, y'all. Mohawk, these lives have good info. Well, thank you there, Skip. We try. Hey, there's something's place again. I spelled it wrong. Hey there, Barrows. Or Backwoods. Yeah, he is something else. You definitely have your hands full with Lester. We got to get Bubba Ayers link up there so people can go see Lester. Copy, paste. Go check out Bubba. and take. Huh. There we go. Here's Bubba's link. He's got some good stuff going on there. You have to watch him build a small block. He does awesome work. Oh, you're welcome, Bubba. Subs, Bubba. JB's in the house. Hey, we got somebody in the backstage here.
What's up?
Yeah, what a surprise! Hello there, Lee.
Going on?
What'd you find out with that Mopar? Anything good?
A lot good. A
A
lot.
lot good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Hang on, we
rebuilt
got somebody
before.
else too. There's John. What'd you find?
It's been rebuilt and don't look too bad. We're gonna put new bearings in it, cam bearings, rod bearings, and main bearings.
Yeah.
New gaskets, and it's gonna be going in.
Cool. Did you find you find any oil pressure problems?
Me and Big Block tore it apart, and I haven't figured out anything wrong with this motor.
Okay.
I talked to Travis. He said he thought I had a rod knocking in it, maybe. But
Yeah.
my phone's here. And it's the pistons ain't got a lot of carbon buildup on them, a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I can't just let me change my camera in here.
Yeah, we lost your video there, Leighton.
Yeah, I'm changing my camera here for a second. About the only thing that we see, trying to get my camera focused, is this front cam bearing right there on the edge. My phone is
All chewed up.
a little chewed up, but it didn't get into the block, and the cam was fine. The cam had no marks on it. Nothing had marks on it except for a couple bearings. But
Yeah.
the crank was fine. The rods are fine. And everything looked good. So we're just going to put new bearings in it and go with it.
Okay.
But we ain't too far from making it back to the transmission. Got to order some bearings and some gaskets. And as soon as they come in, it's going in.
Cool. Well, you can always check the oil pressure before you put it in too.
Yeah, we're gonna it's already got a new oil pump. There wasn't really any metal in the sun's coming in. Any metal in the oil. So we're getting ready for it.
Cool. What's up, John?
No, not much. Robert Magny, how can that F-150 be the best truck you've ever owned? You've got an immaculate 90 model Dodge.
Yeah.
He actually has done a full frame-off restoration of a 1990 Dodge. Yeah, Dust Devil 173. Ryan Barsness's prediction was 175. So you're up next. In 20 days, it'll be 153.
Yeah.
That's what Brian guessed.
So, Leighton, did you say you're waiting on parts?
I gotta order some. Probably gonna order some here in the next week or so. Very soon. It won't be too long. I'll have some. It was bright. But if you watch Big Blocks live that we did here, my shop was a mess. So I said, next time we go live, I'm gonna have my shop cleaned up. So I've actually got room to move around and actually do stuff, organize my tools.
Yeah,
I sent a picture. I said, I told you I was getting organized.
Yeah. I was going to say, you need to organize your sockets.
Yeah. I got those organized. I spent all day one day just out here cleaning and organizing stuff, trying to find stuff. All that stuff. I said I was going to use one day. It's now in a big dumpster.
Hey, Turbo Tom, Don has not hit 500 yet. It'll be sometime this week.
I would think so. I said April 6th.
Just Mopar Joe won, by the way. March 31st, Tony. That's what Joe guessed. And Joe has, if he doesn't have it already, he'll get it any day. Shirt and stickers.
Cool.
No Name National swag.
Yep, I didn't expect that. I woke up, I think it was the next morning, I saw, hey, Tony made 500.
I know Jason's Garage wants to have Don on to do a live. Jason's out of town. Again, if that's what they want to do, that's awesome. I told Don, I said last night, I said, dude, if you want to go live right now, we'll have it by midnight. But at the same time, you know, so it'll be this week, whatever date Don wants it to be.
Okay, cool.
So now what Don should do is he should game it with the people who have guesses. Of course, it's already declared for Tony.
All right. That's last year's banner.
Yep. I feel like Wilson, you know, off of Tool.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's unfinished project.
Yeah.
I need to hang this up somewhere. I ain't done it yet.
Potato, potato, potato.
That was cool, leaving that potato for Cope, Doug Narden.
I thought that was neat, too. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
It's not the not thinking of part. It's the should I do the things I think about part.
Oh.
This week, there's so, and Buck knows exactly what I'm thinking about. There are so many things I could have done this week, and I used restraint.
Yes.
I mean, there's a limitless number of hilarious things that could have happened this week and didn't.
Yeah, I ended up getting 2 of those catalogs for some reason.
There's always stuff I want to do, but I got to refrain from doing it.
I hear that.
If my wife would have been home in time, I'd have been going bracket racing today. I got a little 03 Cavalier. I was driving back and forth to work. Paid $500 for it.
Uh-huh.
I said, shoot, I'm going to go bracket race. $1,000 to win guaranteed. I'll go throw $40 at it and try it.
Leighton, I had an 01 or 02 Cavalier stolen from me one time. That turned out really funny. I wound up getting a civil judgment on it. It was a strange situation.
But I've had it for over a year now, a little bit over a year now, and it's been the best car. All I do is change the oil every so often, put a few tires on it, and go.
They're the best. You just run them till they die. I used to call them big lighter cars. You know, because when they're done, you get rid of them and get another one.
Yeah, I'm actually giving it to my wife's brother if he'll hurry up and pass his driver's test. But
okay,
until then, it might be a bracket car. Because I went a couple weekends ago, and a few of my buddies were there, and they made it to semifinals in a Tahoe, a Silverado, and a Mustang, LS Swap Mustang.
Don's not allowed to go to auctions.
Last auction I went to was online, and that's where the Aspen and the Dakota come from.
No, they have that big swap meet tomorrow, but I already signed up for work.
Did y'all get any of the storms from last night?
I just had some go through here when I was doing my premiere. And my video was getting fuzzy. I was thinking, well, maybe it's because of the thunderstorms going through.
Yeah, it was crazy over here. Then I was watching a meteorologist or weather guy on YouTube, Ryan Hall or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And man, he does a great job at what he does because he was covering several spots throughout the United States. It was crazy the amount of tornadoes that storm put out.
Thanks, Skip.
We lost power till 11:30 last night, but that tornado went south of me and Big Block's house by like 7 miles, I think it was.
Wow.
They shut the interstate down so it could go through. It was luckily I wasn't home.
Yeah.
Dust Devil Garage, yeah, he got my sub last night after watching him.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him a bunch of times. I think it was Slant Daily said he had a tornado 3 miles south of his house.
I think someone said Just Mopar Joe was close. Like
4 miles away.
4 miles, yep. Sorry, Joe, I didn't message you. I was dealing with other stuff. I was at a wedding. My phone was going off in the middle of the wedding. I was like, y'all gotta quit calling me. Everyone's like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm at a wedding. I was like, oh, we knew you was down there somewhere around Tyronza.
What was that car called? The Cavalier. It was designed to utilize 4 fenders and 4 doors.
So
suicide rear.
So just the same front and back.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I think that's what he means. It was completely symmetrical for cost.
But yeah, if you just designed the front half of the car and made them together, you saved half the design cost.
That would look absolutely hideous.
Yes. People do it all the time. I've seen Priuses cut in half and put together, and it's the dumbest thing ever.
Well, but it's a Prius, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's true.
Because it was the dumbest thing ever when it rolled off the lot, so who cares?
Kind of like electric vehicles.
Yeah. Like a Prius.
I didn't look at that. I know on his super chats he went from 40,000 to like 68,000 when I was watching him.
Wow, 1 million watch hours one day. Amen to that, John.
Well, I did finally get the Aspen. I got something in my. I finally got the Aspen moved on the concrete after cleaning up some mess. So I'm slowly making progress on it. I need to be making videos while I'm doing it, but
right. Barrow says it all the time. Might as well make a video. You're doing it anyway.
Yeah, I need to.
Red Green Man made minivan.
Turbo Tom, have you talked to the family yet? You're going to be bringing that 1916 Model T. Is that the plan?
That'd be cool.
Man, I sure hope so. That'd be cool. I really want to see the Turbo Tom Model T running down the track next to the New Guys Garage U-Haul. That to me will be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I wonder who'd have the jump.
You got your car ready yet? Who's they? He's gonna find out at Easter. Cool. Yeah, man. Well, remember, when nobody's expecting you to sit there and thrash it and blow anything up. I just think that the CA Model T going down a drag strip, especially next to a U-Haul, would be something that has never existed on any universe before, and we will do it first. I cannot tell you how cool that is. Like Ron Ward has done this for over 30 years, and I guarantee you he's never caught that before.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask him and verify, but I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. U-Haul in the South. Y'all haul.
No, a U-Haul, there are people who call it U-Haul it. Like there's an
U-Haul
it in there somewhere. I've heard that. No, y'all haul would be making the family members move the stuff you don't want to. That would be y'all haul. The tempo. Yeah, new guys who's got the tempo. The tempo, if he hadn't done that video, I would still be using the tempo to this day. That was always my hook for getting people who don't have my number.
Yeah. I could use a Taurus. A 93 Taurus. They're the worst ones to work on.
We call it
In
a
my
fiction
opinion.
notice around these parts.
Eviction. U-Haul is eviction.
LNA, I had a tenant I could not get rid of through eviction process during COVID. She just said, "Oh, hey, it's free rent now. Screw you. I'm going to steal from you." That's what she did. Her name's Mary Miller, and she's a thief and a liar. So anyway, I couldn't get rid of her through an eviction notice because Virginia had it at least. I quit counting after 13 months of eviction moratoriums, but her income was higher than ever because she was getting, pension and all this stuff. Then had some kind of COVID money, and then just decided to stop paying rent and immediately proceeded to spend it on herself and her lifestyle. So I said, enough of this. I cut her power off. Had to, which she immediately had somewhere else to go. I just, I'm kind of jaded to the eviction process. They do not care if landlords lose their properties, which is my retirement, my savings.
Yeah.
Are rental properties.
Yeah, I didn't agree with all that free rent. I mean,
no, it just basically was. It's because there's a whole lot more votes to buy from tenants than there are from landlords. That is why that was. It's really, really super obvious. The judge was really irritated by the whole thing, watching landlords come to court month after month, hoping that their cases will be heard until they would lose their houses, and then they quit coming to court. It was really wrong.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I made mortgage payments the entire time, on time, with money I didn't have. So anyway, not to get off topic, but the eviction process is one I'm kind of jaded toward. And it's not the heartless thing most people think. She was completely abusing it. That was my last tenant over there. So
yeah, they during that time they kicked a woman out of a housing projects over in Memphis because she rolled up in a Porsche.
I wouldn't doubt that a bit. Mark could write a book about it. Yeah, man, we'll collaborate on that one. I'm sure you've got good tales too.
Oh, I just want to jump on here for a minute. I've got to go finish supper.
Finish supper. You mean finish making it or finish eating it?
Finish making it.
Oh, okay.
Is it still alive?
What, supper? No.
Yeah, okay. I'm just checking.
No, I hit a raccoon on the way here and a possum. I thought it'd be, fresh meat.
Yeah.
Fresh meat.
But what is today? Saturday or Friday?
It's Saturday.
Oh yeah, it is Saturday. I forget my days now. Barrow's going on tonight.
Yep, he'll be on at 8 or 8:30 Eastern time.
I might just come back out to the shop and hang out with everyone for a little bit.
And then Dust Devil Garage his 2-year anniversary is tonight. So he'll be on 8:45 Central Time.
All right. Well, I will probably see y'all later then.
All right. Roadkill stew.
Mark says in Connecticut the laws favor the tenants. Well, they do here now too.
Yeah.
He didn't used to. There's Twisted Mopar. He's making some progress.
Yes. Yeah. I
He's
saw
about
him.
to crack 100 subs.
Yeah. What was he? 96 or something today? 95? I forget. And who else is climbing up pretty good too? New Guy's Garage. The New
New
Guy's
guy's guitar.
they're having a live at 8 o'clock, I think. Him and his brother Tom. New Guy's Garage and New Guy's Guitar.
Yep. Yeah,
So
he's
it's
about a third of the
Mopar.
way. He's making it.
Yep. Where's Mater at tonight? Who's Mater? Nice up Twisted Mopar. Thanks, Robert. And
They're a wild bunch. Yeah, they kind of are. I think they'll make it. They're trying hard.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
This
he's been
is
putting
kind
up little clips of music every day now.
Yeah. This is the point in the season where, you got to really get a plan together to finish out, It's kind of like, half the time or close to it is gone. So now it's anybody can make it. Absolutely anybody can make it, but you got to make a plan. It's like I'll put out content, whatever it is, 5 days a week, a 2-minute video, 5 days, or whatever the plan is, but just make the plan and do it. Now is that time.
Yeah, because the time's flying by.
The time is going.
There's almost 100 days gone already.
I'm telling you, there is.
Yeah.
I think we were actually at 267 when we announced, I want to say.
I thought it was 265, but 267.
265 was the first day back here, but I was thinking it could have been 265 back here. I think 265 was the first day back here. So maybe I'm thinking about the day that I don't know, could have been a day with some paperwork done on it or something. But yeah, it could have been 265 back here the first day. Regardless, 265, that means we're 8 days away from 100 gone.
Right. 100 days gone.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dennis, at 4:04 to go, you've got to average over 2 a day. You can totally do it. You absolutely can do it. It's not even a question, but there's got to be a plan.
Huh, didn't know that. Man, I think when I jumped in last year, it was only like 139 days or something. I forget.
I know that when you'd watch old TV, you would see people with bench seats getting in their car on the passenger side and sliding over. I always thought that was the weirdest looking thing I'd ever seen. I mean, it would have to be like the circus of the road that goes on in India, rush hour, for me to get in on the passenger side of the car on purpose.
Yeah, the only time I had to do that is if I locked that side and didn't have the other one locked.
Don, very specifically, it was 27 days ago.
Yeah. Well, I think he's thinking that time is flying so fast that it seemed like it was only just 100 a couple days ago.
So if you remember that silly short I did with the number with the, Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah.
That was almost a month ago. And it seems like it was yesterday. That's how quick the time goes by.
Yeah. Oh, it used to be done for safety.
Yeah, I know, but there were so many other things that weren't done for safety. It's funny that they existed at the same time. Our ideas of safety then were funny.
Yeah, just watch the video where somebody flew out the driver's door when they're trying to do a burnout.
I don't know if anybody won the race. Nobody's texted me. I won't say anything, Don, but you can't imagine how much I don't care. But I would say somebody will tell me.
Are you talking about Tony?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I saw it was just starting to live when I was coming home, and then when I come home, took a nap, and so I didn't get to see any of what the deal was.
Don, what's the thing with spoilers? It's going to be over in less than 7 seconds, no matter what. I mean, you pretty well know what the white truck's going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. When do you think, hey Buck, when do you think we ought to do a content creator workshop for April? So I have Barrows on my March one. I try to do the second Sunday of the month, but the second Sunday of April will be Easter.
Easter.
So what say you guys in the comments? If we adjust that a little bit, when do you want to have it? Would you want to have it on Easter? Would you want to have it, move it off of that a little bit? What say y'all? That we do this for you, not for me.
Yeah, leave a little comment there in the comment section.
Yeah.
And we could do it the week after.
Buck, would you like to be the guest on screen for it?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
have Barrows for March, and what I'd like to do is have some of the No Name 500 alumni and rotate them around a little bit. Now that we have that to pull from this year,
Right.
So,
and then you can get somebody else to jump in after an hour, like you did
yeah,
last time.
yeah. I'm trying to switch the format up a little bit, just a little bit for that reason. So I got some things up my sleeve, but the biggest challenge, of course, is the people who mostly come to the content creator workshops are the ones who already know what they need to do. And the people that we wish would come to them are the ones who aren't there. That's just kind of that was the challenge last year.
Thank you, Barrows. And I'm free Easter, so if they want to do Easter, that's fine with me.
It's totally fine with me. Y'all just in the comments, y'all let me know. I had just did that. I did that last year, second Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I can adjust that. The only thing I don't want to do is anybody in our community who has a regularly scheduled time slot. That's what I don't want to conflict with. Now, if it's somebody who just randomly, sometimes they go live on this day, and then a month later, maybe they'll. I don't worry about that because that's. But like we know that Buck has an established live at 6 p.m. on Saturdays, for example. So, I try to not, I try to avoid that. The only exception is when we have somebody that's like right at 495 subs. If I can go live with them for 20 minutes to celebrate their 500, and then what we do is, here's the trade-off. So let's say I'm live at the same time as somebody else with a regular show, because it's already happened once or twice this season. If we're live for 20 or 30 minutes and get like 50, 60 people in there and redirect them to that show winds up benefiting on the second half anything they lost on the first.
Right.
So that's the, but it's nothing that I seek out to do. Yeah, I think Buck would be great. We've got several people who I think would be good rotating guests for the workshop. So.
Yeah, I always like those workshops, and I always promote them every week too, like for everybody to go back and watch them.
And
I learned
there's
so much. I learned so much out of those.
And there's nothing says you might not see, Buzz or Blake pop into those too. We don't know. I'm keeping it. I don't want to get too predictable.
Hey, No Gnomes Garage. Hello, No Gnomes.
I like that name, No Gnomes Garage.
Well, it's pretty neat because my sister just bought me a little gnome for outside my garage door. Yeah, there's a bearded guy with a wrench. But and then when do you do the updates? You just do the updates when things happen, right?
What do you mean the updates?
You usually do an update with Dallas, what's going on with the
Oh
no-name
yeah.
nationals.
Well, so this is Dallas's race season, and he
Right.
is covered up. So later in the season, we'll be doing more regular lives with Dallas. But yeah, I've just been keeping it free. Works out.
Right. And if
But I do
something,
have some pretty cool guests in the hopper. I'm just kind of biding my time a little bit with them.
I know you were talking about going to Pittsburgh there in a little while.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yes, I don't know exactly when yet, but I'm going to schedule. So Mike Iben, Top Line Converter, he's building the torque converter for my dart sport,
right.
and I know that he should have the parts in for it, but we're going to build an 8-inch converter. It'll be north of 5,000 stall for the dart sport.
Okay. Because I have a converter for that CUDA. It's a 3,000. I think it's a 3,000 stall. But can he check that out? Make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah. You can send him your converter.
yeah.
You can send him your converter, and they cut them apart. And sure.
Okay. Because I'm heading out there. My sister lives in northern Pittsburgh, and I'm heading out there Memorial Day weekend.
Well, I'll shoot you his info.
Yeah, shoot me his info. I'll give him a call and see if maybe I can drop it off, and then I can pick it up later on in the
well,
year.
I mean, he did
or
the
send
he
it
did
back
the,
to me.
well, he did the converter for just Mopar Joe. He did the converter for Big Butts and Mopars. Did the converter for the Dodge Whisperer. He is doing my converter. He's doing a converter, I believe, for Phillips Run Drip and Bubbles, Stephen Phillips, for that Duster. So he's doing a converter for him. So
Cool.
that's his thing. He is a torque converter specialist.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking about because, and later on down the road, I'll dig into that 727. Been a long time since I did any of that.
Yeah. Well, if
And,
you need
but
any help,
that's why
holler.
I picked the 727 first, but that's more of a simpler transmission than that 200R I got.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting that jig that you made for it. That will make it easier to put your drums in.
Right.
But other than that, it's going to be weird working without a table. So you probably want to get your table up right next to it. Like, I mean, right next to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can always
So
take
what
it
I do
off.
when I have two tables. Well, I have two tables. I have one that tears down and the parts get set on the other table.
Uh-huh.
And then that table gets cleaned completely. And then all the parts get cleaned when they come back across.
I got
So
you.
it's two tables. And then the valve body, I do that on the table in the house. That's like super clean work.
Yeah, I just thought it would be easier to pull it apart that way too, but because I don't really have a table to put it on, I'd have to make something.
Just you know what? I found at the scratch and dent store for $21. One of those heavy duty Rubbermaid tables
Uh-huh.
or lifetime table works great.
Okay.
But you really need two because when you start spreading that stuff out, it just makes it easier.
Well, that was another thing I wanted to do it that way too, is because of the fluid. At least the fluid will drain down through as I'm taking it apart.
Right.
Because transmission fluid, it gives me a headache if it's on my skin too long. I don't know why, but it does. Hello, Hunter. So I did take it apart. I didn't see anything torn up inside, so it all looks good. All the planetary gears are nice and tight. And, I mean, they're only aluminum four planet or 4 gear, but that's why I wanted to take it apart to see if I have to search for parts, or another transmission that I can get parts out of. Did we lose you, John? Yes, me too. I mean, I don't hate it, but it gives me a headache. We lost John. And the marketplace dishwasher for $50 to clean the trans. Oh, okay. El Crasho. John is frozen in time. Yep, the inside transmission was in nice shape. I thought so. I mean, the band is smoked, and some of the clutches are burned, but they're not destroyed. And I don't know what they have in the valve body at all either. So that's way down the road. Then you get that cowl straightened out, the windshield back in, and then go for the engine. But in the meantime, we gotta get the buck back together. Well, it's still together. I still have the 6-cylinder in there. I want to put that quadjet on there and take that for a ride. My torque converter, launch control, and shift kit all need adjusted and tuned. It's my left foot, and it's really gotten rusty lately. Okay. So 38 POS Racing has a good idea here. I made a transmission table out of 1/2-inch plywood and raised the edges so it was bowed and tipped one way and put a pan under the end to catch the fluid. Oh, okay. Raise the edges. Okay, so then it would all just flow in and into the bucket. Bucket, get it? Bucket. Stop bucking around. Hey, Barrows, didn't realize you were a Tin Man. You can get some Primo Coke trans parts for your $727. The transplant pan alone is a swimming pool. LOL, to quote John Wilburn. Yes, I am gonna. I will support the community and buy all my parts off of Coke. He already has kits made up that you can buy. So yes, and then I'm thinking about the valve body too, but I don't know if mine might be mine. I don't know. I'm no heavy duty drag racer, but my nephew is. So if I'm going to have him drag race it, I might as well put it together the right way. That's why I said about the torque converter. Might as well get it checked out. I don't even know. If that one would be good enough for what we're going to do. So for transmissions that aren't common. He only does Mopar there, Sand Mountain. So you'd have to talk to him about anything else. Send him an email. Hey, New Guys Garage, we were just talking about you. Sorry, just popping in and out and had to make an April Fool's video and going live in a bit. Yes, I'm going to look for your I'll put your live link up here. Unobtainable. Yeah, I'm just looking for just to cruise around. I'm not looking to hammer it, you know. The buck's great. Yeah, I seen somebody else do it too, because you can spin it around. I just have to. I had that what the hell's it called? The strap. I had the strap around it, so it wouldn't. I need to put another brace in there. I should have, could have, would have a bunch of different things, but I was just playing around. Yes, it was all good things. I was talking about your live and how much fun it is. And you guys are characters and comical dudes and play music and stuff. It's really cool. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look for your link. New guy's garage. Just where you at? There we go. New guy's garage. What am I missing here? Anything good? Nope. Let's go to your channel. 8 p.m. Copy. Paste. Boom. Oh, come on. I'm going to put this link up for New Guy's Garage, New Guy's Place. There it is there. Thank you, Barrows. Doug Narden's link. Hey, there's Unfinished Project. Hello, Unfinished Project. US Shift. I'm going to write that down. That's way down the road, though. Thank you there, BNR. I'm probably going to do that, but you never know. I might not. The Easter Bunny interview. I can imagine. New Guy's Place. There's New Guy's link. John. Yeah, big block. We were just talking with Leighton. Leighton was filling us in on the big block. So, Barrows, when is your live? Is yours in a half hour? I put the link up for New Guys Live because some people like to go between two different lives. We still got 26 hanging around. Because I have this live redirected to Barrows. Then I want to stay up long enough to go visit Brian, Dust Devil Garage, later on. At least pop in and say hi. About 30 minutes for Barrows. Okay, cool. I think I can hang in for 30 minutes. Oh yeah, that 440 is going to clean up well. Yeah, I was asking him if you found any oil pressure problems because I remember Travis talking about losing oil pressure in that engine, and then I thought he said he had a knock, but you guys didn't find anything. But you'll be able to check oil pressure before you put it in anyway. So did good tonight, Buck. Well, thank you, Auto Salvage. Aspen 440. Hey, Brian. Yeah, Brian, Dust Devil Garage has 2-year anniversary of doing lives tonight. A couple of YouTube videos showed up on my channel feed. Chevy 454 trucks with 4L80E swapped in, square body guys. They use US Shift standalone transmission controllers. Oh, cool. Yeah, I wrote it down, so hopefully I'll remember it's there. Travis said he had the new high-volume oil pump he put on and got the pressure back up. No bearing issues. So we're going to replace all the bearings and send it. Cool. That's a good deal then. I seen a guy flip over a mini excavator. Hey, John's back.
I'm back. I had a crash. I was weighing out whether or not I would annoy everybody again. So I saw the DNR and I thought, why not?
Yeah.
No, I was listening back. You're talking about the valve body. Man, if there's one thing you're going to do to your transmission, do the valve body.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. Getting the pressure up so that you reduce the slip on your shifts is a big deal. Keeps things cooler too.
Well, I was worried about, I haven't done, man, it's the 80s since I did a transmission. So I was just worried about getting it back together and then, spending all that money and burning it up.
You won't burn it up. I mean,
it shouldn't anyway.
If you can do a carburetor, you can do a valve body.
Oh, well, I've done valve bodies before. I put shift kits in and stuff. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And if you air check your stuff and check your in play, you should be fine.
Right.
You make sure your seals go in. Make sure you get your lip seal in. That's kind of one of the annoying things.
Right.
But you'll be fine.
Another thing is I got to I want to put new bushings all the way in through everything. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best thing to do.
Depending on how they look, yeah.
Well, they're all showing brass,
Oh, well then, yeah.
I would think they all need to be changed because they should have Babbitt on them, right?
Yeah, the core that I took up there had an interesting life. It was a community college guinea pig core, and I thought that it deserved a better life than that. And there were all kinds of things that we got from there because they got rid of stuff all the time, and that was mine. So I got that, and I got a gigantic OBD2 diagnostic terminal that is seriously bigger than a refrigerator.
Wow.
And it's OBD. It's like the very first OBD2. It's a big CRT monitor. I got 11 scroll style AC compressors. That was weird. So, but anyway, that transmission is one of those. So it had like no miles on it. All the stuff inside looked just new. Uh-huh. But yet it had all kinds of weird, screwed up stuff going on in it and mixed matches of parts. And so, but anyway, I knew that was going to make it challenging to save. Nothing would be worn out, but it would have a bunch of weirdness going on. And it did, but we got it fixed.
Cool.
Yeah, that low band apply will help keep you from rolling a sprag.
Yeah, and I know you said about putting a bolt-in sprag in there, which I would do, and because I think it's worth the money to put that stuff in there.
The bolt-in sprag for sure, but the thing is the bolt-in sprag helps keep you from spinning the sprag and blowing up the drum. The billet drum won't blow up if that happens.
Right.
So. Yeah, keyword help, right.
Yeah.
Or you could run a 904 and not have that problem. I like the 904 better for everything I can get away with it.
Yeah.
Doug Narden, Cope's daily driver is a reverse manual valve body. So it's all relative. I don't know that I would particularly want a reverse manual for a daily, but he and several other people like them. Yeah, No Gnome says so. Either Buck's frozen or I am. Wouldn't be shocked at all if it was me. Well, maybe Buck. Everybody in the chat, was that Buck that fell out? Because it shows to still be live. I guess it was. Maybe we can heckle Buck or give something away while he's gone. First responder says something about the 904. Yeah, the thing about that transmission you've got there, first responder, it's extremely heavy duty, but you're losing a ton of ET to it, the drag strip, which is not, big deal, but. And that 904 is probably fine for that Durango, truthfully. What do you think came in Durangos? My 999 came out of a Dakota. The A500 donor guts that I used in it came out of a D150. My van has an A999. The 999 truck case, 1988 and up, to me, is the best you can get for the 904 family. And Barrows is exactly right. Yeah, I didn't hijack the stream. Buck fell out, but I'll hang out a minute. He'll be back unless he lost internet altogether. But it shows live on my end, so I will respectfully just hang out a minute and see if Buck comes back or sends me a message or something. I don't want to hijack his stream or anything. Could be storms, yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of wind today. Very windy out there. I wanted to work on the mower today, and I'm like, nope, wind's cutting me in half. It's not cold, but the wind is ugly. Yeah, StreamYard hosts hosts everything in the clouds. Even when the host drops off, the stream stays active. First responder says aluminum drum for the forward. No. Aluminum drum. You have to service that thing every 25 passes and take it down about every 200. I would not run an aluminum drive in anything for the street, and there's only very few race applications I would run an aluminum drum in. Yeah, I'm keeping the dome light on for Buck. There's Buck. Hey, Buck, we didn't want to give away a bunch of Buck Does It merch, but we just hung out and figured you'd pop back in.
I lost power and lost my internet, so I had to use the hotspot on my phone.
Okay. Hey, DNR, no. 46RE is not an electronic shift 904. It is it's the first electronic shift version of the 727 with overdrive. So it's a 727 overdrive electronic. The 46RH is the hydraulic 727 with overdrive, which are all from the 518, the A518.
Well, thank you, Constitutional Corner.
Doug, I did not do a billet drum, but there's a reason for that. Because the 904 drum is so much lighter and it's a smaller diameter that even if it's spun up, it would be harder to break. And the 904, especially the later you go, the early 904s have pinned in sprags. They had 2 pins, then 4 pins, and then the later ones, I know that 1988 and up, you have 11 bolts holding the sprag to the case and 12 rollers from 88 and up. So you're just not going to have that problem with the 904 family like the 727. But even then, I'm still running a blanket on it, so it's fine. That's the reason I didn't. We estimated the billet drum would have added about a pound. So it's safe enough with the blanket and the bolt-in sprag and the smaller, lighter drum that we said no. But that was the thinking why we didn't. Yeah, RH A518. Yeah, so you have like a 46 RH. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a 518. I think it's 518 for sale for like $200, but according to Cope, you have to have a newer transmission for that stuff to work with.
So first responder, I saw that you said forward. But I don't know when I've ever seen that for the forward. But anyway, I still would avoid that. I would not want to have an aluminum drum in any street anything. I would run the stock forward, and I'd run if anything, run a billet steel high gear drum.
Okay, unfinished project. Thanks for stopping in and thanks for helping out.
And Barrows, the Power Glide thing, no, it's not about being stock. It's just the design is so streamlined. They're fantastic. They just have a Ravigno planetary and about nothing else. Colleen, why would you want to do that? Well, okay. And I won't filibuster Buck's live. We'll get off the transmission stuff now at Buck's back, but if I can, I'll take Colleen's.
No, that's fine.
So I'm actually working on figuring out all of the details on that swap because it's not real super straightforward. You have to have the beveled pump that goes with the deeper 5-clutch high gear drum. That's the easy part, okay? And it's easy to convert the pump from lockup to non-lockup. That's the easy part. The hard part is there's 19 part numbers on the forward drum. And so when you go to put the non-lockup input shaft into a 4-clutch forward drum that has the tall splines for the 5-clutch high gear drum, that's where it gets screwy. Okay. And I'm right now working on all of the variations that will work because the one thing we know works is to use the one from a 75 to 77 A999 non-lockup. Okay, great. That's a direct fit. You know how hard that is to find? What I want to do is try to make a simple, codified, easy way to use all of your late model lockup stuff, change the input shaft, and just good to go, whatever that takes. And the best I can tell is it's a little bit of difference in where the snap ring goes. So I think it's not going to be hard to do, but that's a little trickier unless you have a really early non-lockup 999. The gear sets are easy to swap, but doing the drum swap is a little harder. That said, you can run 5 clutches in your 4-clutch drum. You can do that. You just want to run the thinner 062s and then a select snap ring. You can do that. And even then, you may have to turn the plate down a little bit.
Well, Big Block was asking about the non-slip yoke. You just have to have a slip drive shaft, correct?
You have a motorhome 727 is what you've got, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, so you either have to change out the whole output shaft or use a truck drive shaft. And B&R, that would be a 46RH if that's what that is. And that's an excellent transmission. That is an excellent, excellent piece. In fact, that's what I'm looking for the van. An 89 to 94 5-ish 46RH.
Hey, JB's back in time. He was talking about transmissions. He's pulling transmission out of his Blazer.
JB, I have a $700 Forte overdrive took a dive on. If that'll help you any. Should be a good buildable core, though. It's out of a 92 Camaro.
And you're closer than old man in the shop. The old man in the shop has a bunch, too. I saw a 2.8 transmission 4-wheel drive one here they wanted like $250 for it. I don't know if it works or not, but it's just too far away.
TH400 is awfully heavy for what he has. See, I knew that's what it'd be. Yeah. Yep, you can either take it completely apart and swap the output shaft, or you got to use some kind of truck drive shaft. It's telescopic.
Yeah, but his a 4L60 core wouldn't help him. He needs that case, unless the 4L60 parts would fit in a $700 case.
I think that's what a $700 Ford modern equivalent is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big block 402. If you were to tear one down and build it from scratch and swap that, you need the output shaft and you need the extension housing. And I think they have some kind of weird speedometer drive, but if you would go to the modern kind when you swap both of those anyway. Most people just don't fool with the 727 motorhome transmission because there's nothing special inside them. B&R, if it's a 46RH, it's a great transmission to start with. Although I'd be surprised if that's in a Dakota being a 727 variant. I would have thought that a Dakota that year would have had an A500, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore. I thought they were. Well, it depends on the engine in it too. Well, he said it had a 3.9, so that should be like the 318.
Yeah.
So
3.9 is a 318 minus
what
2
they called it? What were those ones with 525 or something, or some kind of 25 transmission?
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the 545 RFE.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm thinking.
That was after the Torque Flight. That came out probably in the early 2000s, I'm guessing.
Okay.
And it's a completely different transmission. It used 3 sets of clutches, and it had a weird second gear split where you had 1 second gear when it went through the gears, and then it had another second gear when you downshifted into it. And those transmissions are really complex. And from what I hear, what I read, again, I don't know, but what I read is that with those, you're better off just converting over to a 518.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what people say, because it will bolt up. Yeah, so Dust Devil says use all the internals out of that because you know it's good. Right, you just swap the output shaft and extension housing.
High pressure.
Found a way to get those stack, but here's the trade-off when you get that stack is you got to have enough clearance on that high gear drum. That's the kicker there. I mean, there's lots of ways to do it with thinner plates and rings and stuff like that, but then you give up heat soak. I've got a stepped plate in that 999 we did at Cope's. I actually found a thinner plate in his core pile. He said it wasn't factory, but man, it sure looks factory to me. Somebody did a really good job of turning that down. It sure does look. It looks like somebody ground it that way.
Yeah, I don't think the Turbo 400. I don't think any of that you can make work with a 2.8.
I don't know what the bell housing pattern is on the 2.8. I think because Rods and Streetcars was telling me it's narrower at the top.
Yeah, it's narrower up top. There's 2 bolts up top, and then it comes down. It doesn't go out or around. It just comes straight down.
Right.
So it's a narrower bell housing.
That would be an A518, Brian, the non-electric 727 with overdrive, which goes up to a 46RH. and I think that's an 89 to 94 or 95 46RH, and that is what I'd like to have for the van. Don says he's not a transmission guy, but I'm building a 727 for Don.
Right. I said to Don, I said when he gets his done, maybe we ought to go with and we have a community transmission build.
Well, if Don tears his out at Sykeston, we're going to have a community transmission swap.
Oh, is that where you're going to do it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to build it there, but I'll take it with me. Hopefully,
Okay.
break it there, but. Yeah, so there you go. Speedway Motors sells the plate to adapt it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Cope has a way to adapt it. You use an Ultra Bell. Use JW Ultra Bell. He also has an adapter plate for I think it's $795 for the plate, or you can go to an Ultra Bell. Yep. In fact, there was one on the build table while I was there. They're all over the place. It's a very common thing there. Yep, they machine the case down, and then you use the pump bolts to put the 518 to put the Ultra Bell on it, and then it bolts right up to a big block. Cool, isn't it, Big Block 402? It's addictive, isn't it?
ZZ Top. Yeah, John Cope has a lot of stuff on his website. Wow.
Yep.
But that was a neat live he did out there too.
Ultra Bell, I think, is about $795. Or no. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the drum. Yeah, the bell's expensive. But then also, when you do the Ultra Bell, you also get, I believe it's SFI. So technically don't have to run that with a shield. But then you don't get the protection from the drum explosion like you would. So.
Well, Big Block, I have the 455 block is back at another machine shop. Not the one that bored it, but I was having trouble with the crankshaft. Was the bearings were too tight on the number 5 bearing, and I did the best I could of measuring stuff. I'm not the best at all of that, so I'm waiting on him to took the 2 cranks down there and the 1 block and my good block, and I says make it work. So that's what he's doing. So I'll find out probably in the next week or so what's going on. Hopefully it's something simple.
Yeah, first responder, you bring that bench. Hopefully nothing of mine will be on it.
Old man says Ultra Bell is SFI.
I know one thing. I'm not speaking for anybody. If you think Cope wants to be working on a transmission bench while he's there to race and have fun, you got another thing coming.
Yeah.
That is like the last thing that he will want to be doing there. Just not speaking for him, but he sees that table out there, he'll just like drive Haney right on the trailer and leave.
Put blinders up as he walks by.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
Nah, I don't blame him, but I do want to get Don's done.
It won't be long, Big Block. I had it on the stand already, but I just got too much money into it to be playing around, so that's why I took it back. That Dean's a witty character.
You know, DNR brings up a good point. Transmission is extremely important. I've always been an amateur transmission hack and enjoyed them. I learned how to build them in community college. I've built several. But see, the reason most people, in my opinion, I'm just guessing here, the reason most people don't care much about them is because nobody pops the hood to show off a transmission. Right? I mean, you can look at a really high dollar transmission and a really, junky, janky transmission on the outside. They probably don't look a lot different. Right? So it's harder, it's more abstract, and it's harder to get people to appreciate what goes on in a transmission because it's all just sealed up and doing its thing.
Yeah, you don't know what's in there until you get in there.
But I think I always found what goes on in a transmission to be very neat. It's just interesting stuff. All of the fluid circuitry, all the parts and all that stuff, love it. Yeah, it's a funny short Blake did. I was gonna say, I know full well I wasn't singing in that build room.
Yeah.
Oh, we were in there. We filmed something that might have hit the cutting room floor, but we're in there doing something, filming something, and he has music on his TV. And I said, man, you got to cut that if you're gonna put video. He's like, oh yeah. But while he had it on, the Cars moving in stereo was on the TV back behind me. And so I'm talking to the camera, and I said, yeah, I know that's like not the right visual for that song, but if you know, you know, right? TH350 is okay. I just, they're okay. It's just Chevy stuff to me. It's not really my bag.
They've been around a long time.
Yeah, it's okay.
First responder says you better be knocking on wood. Big block.
Yeah.
It was built in 96. That's a long time.
I'm surprised the way he runs that truck that thing has survived. JB, I know what your trash truck needs. I know exactly what it needs. I might as well show it on here. As I check the fourth text in 10 minutes asking me about that race you can see how much I care about. I'm on this live right now. Let me see here. I know exactly what JB needs. See if I can find it. Because I got a picture of it. It's something most people don't think exists. All right. Let's see if I can find a picture of this thing. Oh, come on. This is what you need, JB. This is the only one I've ever seen in person. I'd seen pictures to know they exist. This is the only one I've ever seen in person.
Oh, that was 727 with the Chevy Bell.
Nope. Close. Real close, though. What? Oh.
Okay.
That is a 904.
Oh, it's a 904.
With a factory Chevy bell housing. It's the only one I've ever seen. That would be a much better option than a Power Glide. It's the only one I've ever seen. They were made, I think, 3 years.
Was that in a AMC or something?
They came in the dispatcher Jeep,
Oh, the Jeeps. Okay.
more commonly known as the mail Jeep.
Right. 904
That to
Chevy.
me, 100%. JB, if you can find one of those, I'll build it for you. JB, if you find one, I'll build it for you for free. The cores are rare. But if you find one, I'll build it for you. You'll love it. They're very rare. They were made from 80 to 83. And it's because the post office Jeeps had a contract to run the Pontiac Iron Duke engine, the 2.5. And I guess whatever transmission behind it was just going to pieces in using that heavy duty service for the post office. They said, well, we need a transmission that will give us good service. So they went to a torque flight. That's a great transmission. So of course, they also went to a very nice lightweight aluminum Planet Carrier 904. You know, nothing real heavy duty. Doesn't need to be. But it's real fuel efficient, cost efficient, all that. Just has... right, I get that first responder, but you can get the adapter plate cheap. It's a much better transmission, and you just put all the good stuff in. You could put all the late model, gears. The only thing you don't get with that one is you don't get the 11 bolt sprag, but you still can do a real heavy bolt-in sprag with it. That's the only thing that you don't get with that one versus a later model.
Bondo Billy, hello Billy. He used to carry a cast iron Cruise-O-Matic under each arm. Now I carry a cherry picker to load the $200
Seriously.
Hello, Bondo Billy. That was Clint Eastwood, I think. Bronco Billy, you're my hero. Well, Barrows is starting his live now. Should be starting soon.
Well, his lives always start and end at 11:44.
And new guys are already on their live.
Yeah, Doug Narden, they could put that big block Chevy, they could bolt it right up to that post office Jeep transmission. 80 to 83 was the only years they did it. And that one's the only one I've ever seen in person. I've seen a couple of pictures of them, but I mean, I think they're out there and they're not really worth any money particularly. I would love to have another one. I mean, if you find a core for one of those, I'm interested.
Oh, there's Beamer. Is that the guy that does the videos for selling cars?
Well, there's Beamer and Son. He's a wheeler dealer.
Like it takes no time at all.
Check this out. So Big Block 402's talking about the FMX. I have never built an FMX. I looked at one that was on a buddy's bench apart one time. I know it's got a Ravigno planetary. It looks interesting. So I know a guy here in town that he had something was leaking on his FMX in his 73 Mustang. And I took a look up under it and I shined a light, just what I could see from the ground. And I said, dude, it looks to me like you've just got something like a seal around your shifter leaking or something like that, right? He says, well, I want to get it rebuilt. I told him, it's been a few years ago. I said, well, hey, if you want to do it, you want to pay for the parts, I'll build it for you. He's like, I don't know. He takes it somewhere and has it built. The guy who built it made it leak worse. And when he gets it back, he was driving it. The fluid dumped all out of it. He had it rebuilt again, I guess by the same guy who built it. I'm like, I want to just put a seal in it and leave it alone. Whatever. I want to put a $7 seal in it. That would have solved everything. Or if you wanted it built, I'll just freshen it up and fix whatever seal was bad at the same time. But
Well, weren't those FMXs the ones that had like a cast iron middle section?
I can't remember. I think so. All I remember about it specifically is it had a Ravigno planetary like a power glide, which is where you've got the one carrier and the two sets of pinions in it, I believe. It's a weird setup. It's got two suns. I think it's got one carrier, two sets of pinions, and two rings. It's a bizarre looking set of gears.
Yeah, you just a cast iron housing,
Yeah.
aluminum bell.
Yeah.
I thought so. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen one of those.
That's why I'm a fan of the C4. I love that design.
The C4.
Yeah, C4 had a detachable bell housing.
Okay.
Also had a modulator valve. Didn't care for that, but auto salvage, the C4 is what Andy Wood has in his truck, and that truck makes 525 pound-feet of torque everywhere, peaks at 600 in a 4,020-pound truck, and it has a C4. Oh, Drag Boss's Cougar. That thing is, what is it, 700 and some horsepower with a Cleveland? That's a heavy car. He runs a C4. C4s can be built to work.
God. The baby C6 was a lot better.
I don't know. I'm a fan of the C4.
Have a good night there, Lars.
Dean, you know the Neon actually used a 904 variant, the 31 and 30 TH. So the Neon used a 904, but instead of having the long output shaft and extension housing, it had a set of gears that would transfer to a differential. And that's how a Neon worked. I've always wondered if some of the guts, the lightweight guts out of the Neon would, if you could swap them into a 904. Now the sun shell's a little smaller, unfortunately, because it's actually lightened from the factory. I actually want to do that one day. I want to get a Neon 30 TH in and take it down and see if there's any lightweight stuff in there to be swapped in. Might be kind of neat to do.
Well, there should be a lot of those transmissions around. I would think.
Exactly. But it might be kind of neat. The Neon used a factory lightweight sun shell.
Oh, okay. Big Block says his AMC is a Borg Warner transmission.
Probably shouldn't tell you what I see here. It'll probably be on a community post soon now.
Mondo Billy says an FMX could pull the Titanic up from the bottom.
They're good transmissions. I want to really get the book. There's so much info out there, and none of it is really, really specific. I want to really get it right to where we know exactly what's what on part numbers to make a Performance 904. You can just get the part numbers and build it, because there's about 8 or 9 variations of 904. Yeah, see that Daytona. Yeah, so there's a lot of that front wheel drive stuff you can use, like the 404s. I like Dean there. The C4 was plastic explosive. I always thought that was funny.
65 miles. Yeah, and I always thought those 904s are small, weak transmissions.
No man, they're legit.
But I'm learning I was wrong.
They're stout. They're stout. Well, well, you know, and I could be a complete fool, but I'll say this. You know, Patrick and his turbocharged Duster. That's a 904.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool.
That's part of why it's so quick. It's a 904. I'm hoping to get a 6 out of the Dart Sport. Remember, I wanted a 340-inch retro 340 with nothing exotic and iron heads and stuff. So a 6 will be really moving for that thing, right? If I was doing a 408 and aluminum heads and all that stuff, it'd be too easy. But I'm thinking just kind of a really retro, really simple iron head 340-inch deal. So we'll see. We'll see what we can get. But that 904 is going to help a lot with that. Smoke Wrench knows what's up.
Yeah.
Fire Pinto.
Yeah, I was watching his video earlier about the lug studs. He dropped his camera. Doesn't know if it's okay or not.
Dean Stevenson likes guns and lives in a country where they're hard to come by. Dean, right here. Here we go.
Jeffro.
Yep. No, Jeff, I don't know who won. I haven't looked. I don't care.
Here's BNR wants to know too.
BNR care, man. BNR cares. I know that. BNR, have you got a satellite, you know, feed of what's going on over Buffalo Valley right now?
Cope's community post is hilarious.
Yeah, he put up a. Yeah, yes, I was gonna say. I didn't know if he did it as a community post or not. He just sent it to me.
Okay.
The thing is, Beamer and Son, here's the thing that you don't realize about that. You're right about that. However, with modern technology and higher valve body pressures and better frictions and better steels, that changes things. So, for example, your 727 Hemi transmissions have aluminum pinion carriers. Your 904s are steel, right? Your 727 is a press-in sprag. Your 904 is bolt-in. Your 904 is a shorter strut on the second gear band. There's a lot of advantages to the 904. Let me grab this. Jeff is burning me down. Something might be on fire. But exactly. Yeah, BNR, just let me know. Okay. Well, we'll see what's burned down. I will catch y'all later.
Thanks for stopping by, John. Yeah, I'm going to leave too because Barrows is live.
We will see y'all later.
All right. Thank you, John. Okay. And with that, we're going to end it here. And everybody should be redirected over to Barrows. And he's already live. I just checked. So I want to thank all the moderators for putting all the links up. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Remember, next week, same buck time, same buck channel. We'll do 6 more channels, and we'll take a look at their some of their videos and things that's happening over there. And hopefully we can help some more people out. And I appreciate everybody that comes in the chat and helps these channels and helps each other make their life better, make their channel better. You know, because I always think about Vice Grip Garage said, somebody asked him, hey, how do you make money on YouTube? And his answer was, concentrate on your channel. That's all he said, was just concentrate on your channel. So get out there, concentrate on your channel, get some videos going, and we'll be here next week. Take a look at that and try to help everybody out. So with that, good night. See y'all later. Be good. If you can't be good, be kind. Bye.